Well, hi there, and thank you for listening to this short video. And we're so grateful to you for taking the time just to hear a little bit about our context here in Wales. My name is the Reverend Simeon Baker, and I work for the Baptist Union of Wales in the area of mission. And my colleague here will introduce himself.
Hi, my name's Reverend Mark Owen. I'm the ministry coordinator for the Baptist Union of Wales. That means I look after all things ministerial.
And we wanted to share a little bit about our situation here in Wales. And perhaps, Mark, you could tell us a little bit about the situation that we face here in Wales and why Wales needs mission workers here.
It's a very good question. You might think that just because we're in Western Europe that we're not the kind of place that would need missionaries and people from overseas maybe to come and help us. The reality is, I feel like a man from Macedonia. I live here in Wales. I've lived here for many years. I was born and brought up here. I ministered in England for a little while, but was called back to Wales, and I'm desperate for the situation we face. The reality is that we are seeing chapels and churches closing at an alarming rate. The statistics, which are all available online, people can check them out for themselves, show that the increase in secular thought, secular mindset has just increased incredibly. And so the number of people who have a personal faith, let alone who go to a chapel, is ever decreasing.
And we were looking at some figures for the numbers of children attending church. And I think it's reckoned today that in the UK context, and it probably is worse here in Wales, that 95% of children have no contact with a church at all in the UK.
That's right. I mean, there are churches across the United Kingdom, but particularly here in Wales, as you say, that have no children, no young people's work. And in fact, the average age of people in our Baptist churches would be over 60.
And we reckon that actually, if you look at the attendance in church on Sunday, probably about 5% or less of the population of Wales would be in church on a Sunday. Some put that nearer to 3% today. So the harvest or the mission field is really wide at the moment, and there's a great need here.
And that's the reality, isn't it? The need is great, the workers are few.
Yeah.
And that's why we're appealing really for help. As I said earlier, I'm the man from Macedonia, please come and help us. We need help. We need help to reach a generation that's never been reached with the gospel of Jesus Christ. We need help to reach a generation that are now de-churched, who have fallen away from kind of engagement with Christianity and faith, and for all sorts of reasons, some of them good reasons, because religiosity has maybe taken over or whatever. But their fields are white, and there is a unique opportunity to be involved in something fantastic for the sake of the kingdom.
And as a Baptist family, we've taken particular steps to make it possible for mission workers to come and help us in response to the need that we see. Mark, perhaps you could tell us about where else we might be needing help here in Wales.
Well, I think it's all over Wales, isn't it, really? That's the truth. But it's particularly looking at people with gifting in key areas, really. Obviously, evangelism is going to be a big thing. Thinking contextually about appropriate ways of reaching out with the good news of Jesus to the people of Wales across the generations. So you may be a children's worker, a youth worker, somebody who has experience with young adults, people who have experience with detached youth work, which is doing stuff in the community, not just in a church-based enterprise, but also pastors, preachers, teachers. We need the full selection, really, because the need is so great.
And as a Baptist family, we work across all of Wales, from the very north in North Wales to the south, right across to the coastlands of the east, or the west, sorry, and then over to East Wales. And we would love to help anybody that was interested in exploring a call to have a Skype call with us. We'd be very happy to have a conversation. We'd love to welcome you if you wanted to come and visit, just to explore and spy out the land and see where it was that God was calling you. And I think just in making those steps of obedience, you begin to sense where it is God might have you serve. And so if you were interested in that, we'd love to hear from you and to have a conversation to help explore that call further. Mark, perhaps you could just finish by thanking folks for their interest in this.
A privilege. Seriously, we are so grateful to you even taking time to watch this video. We are conscious that it may seem strange that people in the West are asking for help. For years we thought that it was the West to the rest. When Robert Jerome Thomas went to Korea, when other missionaries departed these shores and went all over the world, that's the way we saw mission. The truth is, friends, the truth is, brothers and sisters, we need your help. So please prayerfully consider whether God might be leading you to come to Wales and to help us reach people for Christ. Thank you again.
Amen. God bless you. Thank you.